In the year 2254, humanity had finally achieved its long-held goal of colonizing other planets. The United Earth Government, a UEG, had established thriving colonies on Mars, Europa, and several moons in the outer solar system. However, as time went on, a sense of restlessness began to grow among the colonists. Many felt that they had sacrificed too much to leave their home planet behind. They yearned for the familiar landscapes, cultures, and histories that Earth represented. A growing nostalgia for the blue-green planet sparked a movement among the colonists, who began to advocate for humanity's return to its ancestral home. The spark that ignited this movement was a shocking discovery on Mars. A team of archaeologists had unearthed an ancient human settlement, dating back to the early 27th century. The site, known as New Eden, revealed a complex network of underground tunnels and habitats designed to sustain human life in the harsh Martian environment. As news of the discovery spread, the colonists began to realize that their ancestors' plans for interplanetary expansion had been far more ambitious than they had ever imagined. It became clear that humanity's original intention was not just to settle on other planets, but to create a network of interconnected habitats that would eventually encompass the entire solar system. The revelation sparked a wave of introspection and self-discovery among the colonists. They began to question their own place in the universe and the true meaning of their existence. A growing sense of unease settled over the colonies as they realized that their ancestors' vision had been far more profound than they had ever dared to imagine. It was against this backdrop that a young woman named Maya stood before the UEG Council, advocating for humanity's return to Earth. Maya was a brilliant scientist and historian who had spent years studying the ancient human settlements on Mars. She possessed a deep understanding of the technologies and cultures that had been lost to time. "We have been living in the shadow of our ancestors for too long," Maya told the council. "We must reclaim our heritage, rediscover our true potential, and restore our connection to the planet we call home." Her words resonated deeply with many members of the council, who saw an opportunity to revitalize humanity's sense of purpose and identity. After much debate and discussion, a decision was made. Humanity would embark on a monumental journey back to Earth. The process of preparing for this return took several centuries. The colonists worked tirelessly to develop new technologies that would allow them to travel through space safely and efficiently. They also spent years studying the ancient human settlements on Mars, learning from their ancestors' successes and failures. Finally, in the year 3314, humanity's greatest feat was achieved. A massive generation ship, known as the Aurora, set off on its journey back to Earth. The Aurora carried millions of colonists, scientists, engineers, and artists, all united by a shared desire to reclaim their ancestral home. As the ship traversed the vast expanse of space, it encountered numerous challenges and obstacles. Asteroids and comets posed threats to the vessel's integrity, while solar flares and cosmic radiation tested the crew's ingenuity and resilience. Despite these hurdles, humanity persevered, driven by a sense of duty to restore their connection to Earth. When the Aurora finally reached its destination, it was met with an awe-inspiring sight: the blue-green planet they had left behind, teeming with life and pulsing with energy. The colonists disembarked onto a planet transformed beyond recognition. The effects of climate change, pollution, and nuclear war had ravaged the environment, leaving behind barren wastelands and toxic landscapes. Yet, amidst this devastation, humanity saw an opportunity to redeem their past mistakes and forge a new future for themselves and their planet. As they began to rebuild and restore Earth, the colonists encountered remnants of their ancestors' culture, preserved in hidden archives and ancient artifacts. They discovered that their forebears had been working on advanced technologies, capable of reversing the damage inflicted upon the planet. The return to Earth was a bittersweet moment for humanity. On one hand, they were finally home, reunited with the land and cultures that had shaped their identity. On the other hand, they were confronted with the harsh realities of their ancestors' mistakes and the weight of responsibility to rectify them. As the years went by, humanity worked tirelessly to restore its connection to Earth. They employed advanced technologies to cleanse the planet's atmosphere, revive dying ecosystems, and revitalize the oceans. They also established a new government, dedicated to sustainable development and environmental stewardship. Through this journey, humanity came to realize that their return to Earth was not just a physical act, but an existential one as well. They had been given a second chance to forge a new future, free from the mistakes of their past. The 3,000-year odyssey back home had become a transformative experience, allowing them to rediscover themselves and redefine their place in the universe. In the end, humanity emerged from its long exile with a newfound appreciation for life on Earth and a deep commitment to preserving it for generations to come. As they looked up at the stars, they knew that they would carry the lessons of their ancestors' mistakes forward, forging a brighter future for themselves and their planet. As the years passed, humanity's return to Earth continued to unfold. The colonists worked tirelessly to restore the planet's ecosystems, revitalize its oceans, and rebuild its cities. They established a new global government, one that was dedicated to sustainable development and environmental stewardship. The UG's United Earth government was formed with Maya as its first president. She played a crucial role in shaping the government's policies and ensuring that humanity's return to Earth was done responsibly. One of the most significant challenges faced by the UEG was dealing with the remnants of the old world. The ruins of cities, once teeming with life, now stood as testament to the devastating effects of war and neglect. The governments of the past had left behind a complex web of legacy systems, including military installations, nuclear power plants, and toxic waste dumps. The UEG worked to dismantle these structures, but it soon became clear that they were not just physical threats. They also represented a psychological burden for humanity, a constant reminder of its darker past. To address this issue, the UEG established a program known as Legacy Reclamation. This initiative aimed to preserve the history and cultural significance of the old world while removing its toxic legacy. Teams of archaeologists, historians, and engineers were sent to document and dismantle the ruins. They worked in tandem with local communities to create museums, memorials, and educational centers that would honor the past while promoting a brighter future. The Legacy Reclamation Program also involved the development of advanced technologies designed to cleanse the environment and restore balance to the planet's ecosystems. These innovations included artificial photosynthesis, nanotechnology-based pollution remediation, and geoengineering techniques for climate control. As these projects progressed, humanity began to experience a profound transformation. They started to see themselves not just as individuals, but as part of a larger web of life that connected them to their ancestors and the planet itself. The UEG also established the Earth Preservation Initiative, which aimed to protect the planet's remaining natural wonders. This included establishing vast nature reserves, creating protected marine sanctuaries, and implementing sustainable agriculture practices. One of the most ambitious projects undertaken by the EPI was the restoration of the Amazon rainforest. Using advanced biotechnology, scientists were able to reintroduce extinct species, re-establish native ecosystems, and revitalize the forest's delicate balance. The results were nothing short of miraculous. The Amazon began to flourish once more, its canopies stretching towards the sky as if to reclaim their place among the clouds. The rainforest became a beacon for humanity, a symbol of what could be achieved when science and nature converged in harmony. As the decades went by, humanity continued to learn from its mistakes and forge a new path forward. They came to understand that their return to Earth was not just a physical act but an existential one as well. They realized that they were not just inhabitants of the planet but guardians of its future. And with this newfound understanding, humanity embarked on a journey to redefine itself in harmony with the natural world. The 3,000-year odyssey back home had become a transformative experience, allowing them to rediscover themselves and their place in the universe. Humanity's return to Earth was not just a physical act but an existential one as well. It marked the beginning of a new era for humanity, one where they would strive to create a brighter future for all. But as the years passed, whispers began to emerge about a long-forgotten prophecy. The prophecy spoke of an ancient civilization that had once flourished on Earth. This civilization was said to have possessed knowledge and power beyond anything humanity could imagine. They were known as the architects, and their legacy was believed to be hidden deep within the planet's core. According to legend, the architects had created a network of interconnected energy conduits that crisscrossed the globe. These conduits, known as the Nexus, were said to hold the secrets of the universe and grant unimaginable power to those who could harness them. The prophecy spoke of a chosen one, a being with the ability to tap into the Nexus and unlock its secrets. This individual was said to possess the key to humanity's ultimate destiny, either as savior or destroyer. As the years passed, rumors of the Nexus began to spread throughout the world. Some believed it to be a myth, while others saw it as a real possibility. Maya, now an elder stateswoman, became fascinated with the prophecy and spent much of her time studying ancient texts and seeking out witnesses who had encountered the Nexus. One such witness was an old man named Aaron. He claimed to have stumbled upon a hidden chamber deep within the Amazon rainforest, where he saw visions of the architects and their creations. Aaron spoke of the Nexus as a gateway to other dimensions, a bridge between worlds that only a select few could access. Maya was skeptical at first, but as she delved deeper into her research, she began to suspect that there was truth to Aaron's story. She assembled a team of scientists and explorers to search for evidence of the Nexus. Their journey took them across the globe, from the depths of the ocean to the highest mountains. Along the way, they encountered strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena, faint energy signatures, eerie whispers in the wind, and glimpses of ancient structures that seemed to defy explanation. Finally, After years of searching, the team stumbled upon a hidden entrance deep within the Grand Canyon. The air was thick with anticipation as Maya led her team into the unknown. As they descended into the heart of the canyon, the team encountered a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers. They discovered ancient artifacts, strange symbols etched into the walls, and a mysterious energy field that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly power. Maya realized that this was the Nexus. She reached out with her mind, and as she did, the energy field began to glow brighter. The team felt themselves being pulled towards the center of the labyrinth, as if by an unseen force. As they approached the heart of the Nexus, Maya saw visions of the architects, towering beings with skin like polished obsidian, their eyes blazing with an inner fire. She heard their whispers, a chorus of wisdom and knowledge that seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. And then, in a moment that would change humanity's destiny forever, Maya felt herself being chosen. The Nexus spoke to her, its voice echoing within her mind. It was the call of the architects, beckoning her to become the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe. Maya knew that she had been given a great gift and a great responsibility. She vowed to use this knowledge to guide humanity towards a brighter future, one where they would walk in harmony with the natural world and harness their power for the greater good. But, as she looked around at her team, Maya saw something else, a glimmer of fear, a sense of foreboding that hung in the air like a challenge. For in that moment, they all knew that humanity's fate was tied to the Nexus, and that the road ahead would be fraught with danger and uncertainty. The chosen one had been revealed, but the journey was far from over. The true test of Maya's power and wisdom was about to begin, a trial by fire that would determine the course of human history forever. As Maya stood at the heart of the Nexus, she felt an energy coursing through her veins like liquid fire. She saw visions of civilizations yet to come, their triumphs and failures etched into the fabric of time like lines on a scroll. The architects spoke to her again, their voices echoing in her mind. "You have been chosen, Maya," they said. "You hold the key to unlocking our secrets, but be warned, with power comes responsibility. The choice is yours. Will you use this knowledge for good or ill?" Maya knew that she had to make a decision quickly. She could feel the weight of history upon her shoulders, and the consequences of her actions would echo across the ages. She closed her eyes, focusing on the Nexus's energy within her. As she did, visions flooded her mind, glimpses of possible futures, each one branching out like a tree from the trunk of time. In one vision, Maya saw humanity thriving in harmony with the natural world. Cities were sustainable and eco-friendly, their inhabitants living in balance with the planet's rhythms. The air was clean, the oceans teemed with life, and the forests stretched towards the sky like emeralds. But in another vision, she saw a darker future, one where humanity had squandered its gifts, ravaging the environment for short-term gains. Cities choked on pollution, the skies were gray, and the seas were barren. Maya knew that she couldn't choose just one path. She had to create a new timeline, one that would allow humanity to thrive without sacrificing the planet's well-being. The architects sensed her decision, and their energy surged through her like a river of pure light. "You have chosen the path of balance," they said. "Your heart is full of wisdom, Maya. May it guide you as you chart the course for humanity." As she emerged from the Nexus, Maya felt transformed, no longer just a human leader but a guardian of the planet's future. She knew that she had been given a sacred trust to wield the power of the architects and guide humanity towards a brighter tomorrow. The team around her looked on in awe as Maya began to explain what she had seen. They listened intently, their faces reflecting the weight of responsibility they now felt. As they journeyed back to the surface, the world outside seemed different, vibrant, full of life and possibility. The air was crisp, the skies a brilliant blue, and the forests swayed in the breeze like green silk. The people of Earth began to sense that something had changed. They felt a stirring within them, a recognition that their actions now held the power to shape not just their own lives, but the future of the planet itself. Maya knew that this was only the beginning, a moment when humanity stood at the crossroads of its destiny. And as she looked out upon the world, she smiled, knowing that together they could create a brighter tomorrow, one where humanity lived in harmony with the natural world and tapped into the infinite potential of the universe. But amidst the optimism, Maya sensed a whisper of unease, a hint that not everyone would be pleased with her decision. There were those who coveted power for themselves, who saw the Nexus as a means to gain control over humanity's future. Maya knew that she had to be vigilant, to protect the balance she had created from those who would seek to exploit it. The road ahead would be fraught with challenges and obstacles, but she was ready, armed with the wisdom of the architects and the knowledge that their power rested within her. The journey of Maya and humanity had just begun, a path forged in light and shadow, where the boundaries between right and wrong were blurred and the very fabric of reality hung in the balance. As news of the Nexus spread, reaction from around the world was mixed. Some people hailed Maya as a hero, a visionary who had unlocked the secrets of the universe. Others were skeptical, questioning the validity of her claims and the motives behind them. Governments scrambled to respond to the new information, some embracing the possibilities of the Nexus, while others condemned it as a threat to their authority. Rumors began to circulate about powerful organizations secretly manipulating events from behind the scenes, seeking to exploit the Nexus for their own gain. Maya knew that she had to tread carefully, navigating the complex web of alliances and rivalries that now swirled around her. She assembled a team of trusted advisors, experts in various fields who shared her vision of a balanced future. Together, they worked tirelessly to develop new technologies based on the knowledge gained from the Nexus. They created sustainable energy sources, advanced medical treatments, and innovative solutions to the world's pressing environmental challenges. But not everyone was pleased with Maya's progress. A shadowy organization known only as the Syndicate began to make its presence felt. Their members were scattered across the globe, infiltrating governments and institutions to manipulate events from within. Their leader, a charismatic figure named Alien, had a personal connection to the Nexus that dated back centuries. He saw Maya's actions as a threat not just to his own power, but to the very fabric of reality itself. Alien began to orchestrate a series of subtle yet devastating attacks on Maya's allies and initiatives. His agents hacked into computer systems, sabotaged key infrastructure projects, and even kidnapped some of Maya's closest advisors. Maya knew that she had to stop Alien before he could unleash his full fury upon the world. She spent countless hours poring over ancient texts, seeking any hint about the Syndicate's true nature or its ultimate goal. One night, as she pored over an ancient tome hidden deep within a secret library, Maya stumbled upon a cryptic passage that seemed to hold the key to Alien's motivations. The Shadow Weaver weaves his web of deceit. A master of illusions, he seeks to conceal the truth about the Nexus and its power, and rule the world with an iron hand forevermore. Maya knew that she had to confront Alien directly. She gathered her team around her, preparing for a final showdown against the Syndicate. But as they set out to face their enemy, Maya began to realize that the stakes were far higher than she had ever imagined. Alien's ultimate goal was not just power or control but something much more sinister, the manipulation of the very fabric of reality itself. The world teetered on the brink of a new era, one where the boundaries between human and divine would be blurred beyond recognition. Maya knew that she stood at the forefront of this revolution, armed with nothing but her courage and determination to protect humanity's future. And so, with the fate of the world hanging in the balance, Maya and her team embarked on their most perilous mission yet, to confront the Syndicate and put an end to Alien's sinister plans once and for all. As Maya and her team approached the heart of the Syndicate's operations, they were met with a labyrinthine complex of hidden passageways, encrypted servers, and heavily armed guards. Alien himself waited at the center, his eyes gleaming with an otherworldly intensity. "You've come to try and stop me, Maya," he said, his voice dripping with condescension. "But you're too late. The web is already woven, and soon I'll have the power to reshape reality itself." Maya stood tall, her determination burning brighter than ever before. "You may have power, Alien, but it's a power that will destroy everything we hold dear. You can't just manipulate reality without considering the consequences." Alien chuckled, his eyes glinting with amusement. "Consequences, ha! I've studied the art of manipulation for centuries. I know exactly what I'm doing. And when I'm done, humanity will be remade in my image, perfect, obedient, and forever bound to my will." Maya knew that she had to act quickly. She reached out with her mind, connecting with the Nexus's energy to call upon its power. A blast of energy shot forth from her, striking Alien with incredible force. But to Maya's surprise, Alien didn't flinch. Instead, he began to glow with an ethereal light, his body radiating a gentle blue aura that seemed to grow stronger by the second. "You shouldn't have done that, Maya," he said, his voice now tinged with a hint of concern. "You've sealed your own fate. The Nexus power is mine, and I'll use it to remake the world in my image." Maya realized too late that Alien had been manipulating her from the start. He'd intentionally led her into this trap, knowing she would call upon the Nexus's power. Now, as she felt the energy coursing through her, she understood what was happening. The balance between humanity and the universe was shifting, and Alien was the catalyst. Alien began to chant in an ancient language, his words weaving a dark spell that threatened to unravel reality itself. Maya knew she had to stop him, but every attempt at intervening only made things worse. The Nexus's power surged through her, driving her towards madness and chaos. The world around them began to distort, as if the very fabric of space-time was warping and bending to Alien's will. The air grew thick with an eerie energy that seemed to cling to Maya like a shroud, drawing her closer to the abyss. With each passing moment, Maya felt herself losing control. She knew she had to find a way to break free from the Nexus's hold before it was too late or risk succumbing to Alien's plan and plunging humanity into an eternal darkness. The outcome hung precariously in balance. Would Maya find a way to stop Alien, or would the Syndicate succeed in reshaping reality according to its twisted vision?